In the name of God, I am Kaman Kashi, and I am here with the sixth part of the International Transportation Training Series. I have dedicated the sixth part to introducing a number of important and common terms in international transportation. Since there are many of these terms, I have divided this section into several parts. Join me in this episode, Part A. The first term we want to review together is bulk goods, which is also referred to as bulk commodity. You may often hear people say the goods are bulk or in bulk, but what do they mean by that? They mean that the goods are without any kind of packaging or wrapping. These types of goods are usually transported in wagons, covered trucks, or by special ships designed for carrying bulk cargo, as you can see in these images. Goods like sugar, wheat, grains, alfalfa, and similar items that lack any kind of packaging are usually transported in bulk as well. The second term we want to define together in this section is pallet. You've probably heard many times that people say goods are loaded onto pallets. A pallet is a flat structure used for transportation, on which goods are usually loaded. After the goods are placed on it, they are always tightly secured with straps or shrink wrap, and then transported to prevent the goods from falling off. In fact, when goods are loaded onto a pallet, it becomes much easier to move them using forklifts, lifting devices, cranes, and so on. These machines can easily lift, lower, or pull the pallet for transport. The first pallet was invented in the 20th century, and its use increased significantly, gradually replacing the wooden boxes and barrels that were previously used. Most pallets in use are wooden, but there are also plastic, metal, and even paper types, each with their own advantages and disadvantages. However, the most common type of pallet we use and an international standard is the Euro pallet, which we will get to know and see its applications in the next slide. What is a Euro pallet? One of the most common types of pallets, which we often hear about and is usually referred to when talking about pallets in transportation, is the Euro pallet. It's one of the most widely used and best models available on the market. Its quality is very high. It weighs about 25 kilograms and it can carry loads up to 600 kilograms. We usually hear its dimensions as 120 by 80 centimeters, but here it says that the dimensions of a Euro pallet are 1,200 by 800 by 144 millimeters. It's made from pine wood. Its beauty and finish are due to the processing it undergoes by machines, and its brand is usually stamped on it. Its lifespan is about 10 years, and its popularity is due to its high load capacity. This type of pallet is used internationally in most countries around the world. The next term we want to define here is the term stackable and non-stackable, or in other words, items that can or cannot be stacked. When we are told that a product is stackable, it means that we can load several or many of them on top of each other during transport, like in the image on the left or A. But when something is called non-stackable, it means it cannot be stacked on top of each other, like in image B or the one on the right. If we load these on top of each other, our goods might get damaged or break. These terms are mostly used in less than truckload LTL shipping. And when we want to load different goods into one transport vehicle, we really need to pay attention to which items we are loading and which items can be stacked on top of others or not, or if the item we are loading can itself be stacked or not. So this is how the terms stackable and non-stackable are used. The next term we want to get familiar with in this section is lashing or securing the cargo. As you can see in the images here, lashing refers to securing the cargo inside the transport vehicle, which could be a container, a truck, or any other vehicle. This is usually done using wooden planks, ropes, polystyrene, and similar materials. The purpose is to prevent the goods from moving inside the vehicle during transit, so they don't hit the walls or the ceiling of the transport vehicle. In the image, you can see that the pipe placed in the middle of the container is secured in the middle with wooden planks and tied tightly with ropes, so when the container moves, it doesn't hit the container walls or ceiling. Or the barrels you see at the bottom are tightly secured with ropes, and a wooden plank is placed between the upper and lower rows so that the pressure from the upper barrels doesn't get transferred to the lower ones. Lashing and securing cargo is one of the most delicate and important tasks in international transport, usually carried out by the loading team, and it is a very critical point to pay attention to. All right, friends, thank you for your attention. We've reached the end of part A of section 6.